Hello all and welcome back. I hope you're all doing really well. Thank you for the support on the previous video, as well as the support that I'm seeing over on Twitter. It's really nice engaging with all of you guys. That being said, if you aren't subscribed, please do think about subscribing and following my Twitter account. I post a lot of different infographics over on the Twitter account, and obviously lots of Hbar and other cryptocurrency coverage on this YouTube channel. Also, please continue to drop likes and comments on the videos. It really helps spread the word, and I do enjoy the engagement as well as interacting with you guys. Jumping over, let's take a look at the crypto bubbles. As we can see, the majority of the markets today are bleeding out, similar to US equities. General trend is still everything's on a knife edge between Russia and Ukraine, and those tensions are exacerbating this continued sell-off as many investors, retail and institutional, begin to shed assets to de-risk. That is the whole play that is happening here. People are de-risking by selling off assets to protect themselves in case things get any worse. That being said, if you are less bearish and you're more bullish on the long-term play that you're within, these are great buying opportunities in general. Talking about that, we can see that Phantom is now 20% down on the week, and it has moved down to, I think, rank 35, which now means Hedera has a higher market cap than Phantom, which is bullish in general for Hbar, and hopefully we see a pull on those Phantom investors across from Phantom to Hbar, which arguably has the better original technology. I won't delve too much into it, but some of you may be aware that Phantom so-called tech was actually stolen or copied from the patented HashGraph algorithm. Anyway, I'm going to continue to average in to my position in Hedera as well as some other cryptocurrencies. I've mentioned them before. Quant is quite an attractive currency, or crypto, sorry, at this price point. We also have Engine, which is a good buy. Talking about the Hbar ecosystem as well, Dovu has recently had a decent price appreciation. You guys can pick that up over on Uniswap or PancakeSwap. Again, no financial advice. Due diligence is recommended and needed. Flicking over, let's just look at a couple of headlines. Ukraine is actually buying bulletproof vests and night vision goggles using crypto. So some of the military suppliers to the Ukraine have crypto accounts. The Ukrainian government has said in a statement, and they are using that cryptocurrency to purchase armaments for their army, which is, again, just another sort of use case. And the times we're moving into now, the traditional financial system is not quite keeping up. Ukraine has received lots of donations in the form of Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they are now using that to effectively reinforce themselves in these tensions versus Russia. Actually, flicking over to Russia, we can also see the ruble has crashed another 10% to a record low as the US and Europe consider a ban on its energy exports. I won't go too much into that in this video. However, if a ban on energy exports does take place, we could be looking at some further downside in these markets, as it's going to really upset retail and in particular institutional investors. Naturally, if you effectively ban energy consumption from Russia, they export a ton to Europe, for example, less so to the United States. They could wean themselves off it, but particularly in Europe, we will see energy prices continue to soar, which is going to put further a strain on the European economies. Why I've brought this headline up anyway is that as the ruble crashes, that means every sort of citizen that is against this tension is obviously trying to take their currencies out. The banks have blocked it in most cases, plus because the currency is effectively worthless, majority of them are turning to cryptocurrencies as a hedge against the ruble, but not only that, to also purchase things in their daily lives. Again, just another sort of use case, and as I've said it before, just goes to show the true power of decentralization in this respect, that, you know, if you have a natural currency or a native currency that is tanking, think of Turkey and its lira, the citizens are able to quickly turn to crypto assets to protect themselves, something that you couldn't really do in decades past. So bullish use case for crypto there in general. Flicking over to Blockworks, a couple of tweets that I wanted to look at was a recent one saying Morgan Stanley actually owns at least $458 million worth of Grayscale Bitcoin Trust shares. So it looks like Morgan Stanley and some of these other institutions, as I mentioned previously, you can see on this tweet here, are upping their exposure to cryptocurrencies. I think as well, especially as we're seeing US policymakers move in on allowing these institutions to take up more positions in the crypto markets, as well as gain additional exposure. Not only that as well, we see Cathie Wood, a very prominent person on Wall Street who owns ARK Invest, saying the Russia-Ukraine conflict is showing the power of crypto as a source of economic independence. And that was what I was talking to a minute ago about. The citizens of Russia, economic independence away from the ruble is becoming more and more important for them as the currency continues to tank due to the economic sanctions against Russia. Not only looking at that as well, there's a new list of brands that have filed for metaverse trademarks, those being Nike, Vans, Puma, L'Oreal, Walmart, Hugo Boss, McDonald's, Blockbuster, New Balance, Panda Express, Monster Energy, Victoria's Secret, Chuck E. Cheese, and Sports Illustrated. Again, wide variety of economic sectors here that are getting involved in the crypto space. All of these businesses understand that crypto has a place in the future, whether that's blockchain or HashGraph, irrespective of the technology. It is still better than the traditional systems that are in place currently. Not only that, we talk about Web 3.0 replacing Web 2.0, the metaverse and gaming, etc., comes under that banner of Web 3.0. Flicking over, if you guys follow me over on Twitter, you would have seen I have posted a new infographic today. This is looking at market caps, in particular in the perspective of Hbar against some of the popular cryptocurrency projects. In ascending order, we have Hbar, XLM or Stellar, Algorand, Polygon, AVAX, Cardano, Solana, XRP, BNB or Binance Coin, and Ethereum, followed by Bitcoin. What we can see in this infographic as well on the left-hand side is the price Hbar would be if it assumed the market cap of those cryptocurrencies. So for example, if Hedera's market cap of 4.1 billion somehow doubles or just over doubles, and it increases by 150% to 10.2 billion, the price that we could see a Hbar token retail for would be 52 cents. And of course, on the extreme end of the scale, which is not something I'd see anytime soon, we could all hope for, is that say it achieved Bitcoin's market cap of 743 billion, each token would be worth $37.76, or being a 180x increase from where it currently is. Hopefully this puts into scale how undervalued Hbar is, especially because it has superior tech to every single crypto on this list. HashGraph is just superior in every single way. We can see that realistically Hbar is significantly undervalued against all these other popular projects. And that is it really. The market cap here clearly is dictated by popular projects. I was putting this infographic together and I couldn't help but notice that the brighter the color scheme of the cryptocurrency, the more value it holds. Anyway, I move on, but it holds some gravitas there. Flicking over, one of the main topics of this video, or the last topic of this video, is going to be another use case on Hedera, and it's called Docstribute. I guess a play on words for distributing documentation, but an immutable file sharing for regulated industries. So the industry being regulated tech. ALT AVE provides communication solutions for regulated industries through immutable file sharing. Their flagship product, Docstribute, is a means through which financial institutions can send regulated or mandatory documents to their customers, for example, in an environmentally conscious, compliant and secure way. So I guess this would be like legal documents and contracts that have to be distributed securely. The challenge being they required a scalable, cost-efficient public ledger to record immutable and verifiable events. The ledger had to provide members of the public a way to access vital information about their banking and personal finances, whilst also safeguarding their private information and data. This is something we've heard time and time again, and it crops up with every single use case that I mention on this channel, that one of the key reasons are being secure, scalable, and immutable for every single use case we've seen. The solution being the Hedera consensus service is being used to record and track immutable document sharing by sending a hash of the document to the ledger. Both ends of the communication know the information being shared has not been tampered with, and the companies are thus able to do more digital exchanges in an effort to increase efficiency, reduce paper waste, and lower their carbon footprint. So it talks here about the CO2 emission of 329 grams per 60 documents sent by post. For every 60 documents that are stored immutably on the HashGraph ledger, that's 329 grams of carbon emissions reduced. The same being as well, or sorry, not being reduced, but offset. So it'd be 323 grams minus the 6 per document email. The last thing to do with this as well is that the ALT-AV team believes the ability to rely on trusted and immutable documents creates an opportunity for all industry processes to be digitized, increasing efficiency while reducing costs and their attack vectors. The attack vectors be the means of which post can be intercepted, for example, or emails could be tampered with. That attack vector is effectively null and void on an immutable ledger like HashGraph because it's completely verifiable by all parties and 100% trustable. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be releasing more videos soon, especially as we roll around towards Q2. There's some, I think, bullish times ahead for Hedera in general. As Q2 rolls around and those smart contracts come to an end, we're going to start seeing a lot of DeFi indexes roll out. Once DeFi hits, total value locked can be a metric that's brought to Hedera, and we'll see a large increase in adoption, I believe, as this enables investors like me and yourself to earn a little bit on the side from staking, as well as other liquidity pools and farming projects that will arise from that. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, drop a comment if you did enjoy it. As I said, I like interacting with you all. I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.